Hello everyone, my name is Winston Griffin. I am a junior this year at the illustrious North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. I'm studying supply chain management, and today I'm here to talk to you about what is transportation and why is it important to you. So to start this off, transportation has been the backbone of the world since the beginning. The earliest people needed to migrate out of Africa on foot in order to populate the rest of the world. On foot is a form of transportation. Even wars throughout history were fought and won by a group of people who could get around the best. So, to relate to you guys, everything that magically appears at your doorstep arrives because of transportation, essentially, and it is a necessity. Transportation makes everything we know today possible. So, let's go over how a package arrives anyway, like what's really behind that. Let's pretend you order a pair of University Blue Jordan 1s. Your order is sent to the Nike warehouse where your selected shoes are located. Employees in the warehouse locate the box that matches the item number that you have ordered. They proceed to designate a shipper to carry the package from their facility to your doorstep. So, order tracking as well as your invoice are sent to your email where you can view your order status. This can be done using a carrier like UPS, FedEx, the US Postal Service, or DHL. Let's switch gears for a second and talk about how transportation comes in multiple forms, because this is important for getting the shoes to your location if you're overseas. For say in a few minutes here, freight and bulk transport is definitely primarily how your package probably got to your doorstep. Your more fragile items, your watches, jewelry, you got a $2,000 pair of heels or whatever, probably came in by air. If you're willing to pay the expensive price tag on the transport for air travel. Things like rail, a lot of consumer products probably don't arrive by mail, or by rail, pardon me. What you're really looking at with rail transport is the delivery of things like coal, oil and tanker cars, farm animals, for example, things that don't require as much care when they arrive at the customer. You don't care which piece of coal is in which spot when it arrives. It's all just bulk fed into the car, for example. Then you have truck. This is where, for sure, your package at some point enters a truck and exits a truck during shipment. Now, transporting via sea and pipeline are probably out of the question if you're shipping domestically. You wouldn't need to use sea transport to ship something from Greensboro, North Carolina to Charlotte, for example. There's no need for that. There's no ocean. And likewise, you wouldn't use pipeline, just for the simple fact that pipeline, you can only really move liquids through. It's all day, all night kind of thing. It never stops. It's very expensive. So you wouldn't ship a gallon of milk via pipeline because you can't really separate fluids. Pipelines have to be cleaned out, XYZ. Maybe I'm going too deep. We're going to go ahead and jump into the next part, really explaining how freight, fare, and these types of transports really apply to you guys in your everyday life. So your shoes probably arrive using 3 different modes of transport, for example. That being a truckload, a less than truckload, and maybe it flew overseas. So freight and bulk transport is air, rail, truck, sea, and pipeline. Fare transport, like buses, rideshare with cars, passenger planes, and cruises. These multiple types of transport allow for different items and different aspects of our lives to get around faster and more surely. For example, a car can get you to a party faster than walking. Or worldwide Amazon one-day shipping is better than buying a Chinese product and waiting for an overseas shipment that could take 3 to 4 weeks, for example. So going back to our example of the University Blue Jordan 1s, we can assume that the shoes arrive via different modes of transport. To get to your door, the package was likely loaded onto a trailer with many other packages. That trailer then went to your state or broader area, sometimes called a region, where before it gets to your house, it's put through a distribution hub. At this point, a smaller delivery vehicle called an LTL, or less than truckload carrier, will then take it to your address to fulfill the order. So let's try to bring it all full circle here. Why is transportation more necessary now than ever before? So let's try to connect the dots. We need to understand that our world is a ever-changing, exponentially fast-changing place, with advances in technology getting better by the year, and the gears of the world have to keep turning all the time. And with that, transportation is still going to be relied on heavily very far into the future. It's inevitable. People literally can't afford to move any slower in the world. For example, we wouldn't have any luxury items for even the smallest discount without quick and reliable transport. So again, my name is Winston Griffin. About to sign off here. I hope this video kind of helped you understand what is transport. How does all of it work? It can be blurry sometimes to try to understand kind of the business aspect of transportation and how products get from point A to point B. So thank you very much.